The world is big, and I want to have a good look at it before it gets dark. John Muir. Yo! What is up, everyone? My name is MR.RYAN. For those of you that are new, welcome to another vlog, aka another vlog. Right now I am in Safford, Arizona, and today we're gonna go on another adventure to a national park, also a historical site. But before we head out, we're gonna go ahead and get breakfast at one of my favorite diners. They used to have it in Phoenix, but they shut down like 3 years ago. It was my go-to place, and I was devastated when they closed their doors. I was like, man, where am I gonna get breakfast now? But I looked onto my Google Maps, and thankfully I did see the exact same diner here in Safford, Arizona. So I decided to go all the way around Globe and come through Peridot, and now I'm in Safford. And after I'm done here, we're gonna make our way to the national park and the historical site. So let's go. But oh man, this is exactly like the Jerry's in Phoenix. Even the menu looks pretty much the same, and what I used to get back in Phoenix was this right here, the Hungry Traveler. So that's what I'm gonna get, which comes with bacon, pancakes, 3 eggs, hash browns, sausage, or bacon, or patty. So that's what I'm gonna get. Oh man, this brings back memories. I'm very excited to be eating here. It's very poppin' too, because there's like a line by the door, and there's a lot of people wanting to get in. But thankfully it's just me, so easy order, quick and fast. Oh man, it is way better than I remembered it to be. Got me orange juice, water, biscuits, gravy, hash browns, bacon, and eggs. Man, time to dig in. And I had breakfast at Jerry's. Unfortunately, service was a little slow, but I remember the breakfast tasting really good, so time to head out. Oh man, but good thing there's like a small path. I can go around it, and I'll be able to skip onto there, and I'll be able to go to the historical site, which is way behind those mountains right there, or those hills. And the whole road was like this all the way. There was like a bunch of rocks, but I made it here, and this is gonna be my first stop, and there's another stop I'm gonna make right after this one, so let's go. Okay, so I had to park my car down there because there's a closed off section, and the visitor center is 350 feet. So put on my hiking shoes, and we're gonna take a walk up to the visitor center, get my stamp, and we'll see what there is to see over here at this historical site. We have made it. Fort Bowie historical site. It is hidden in the hills, man. My car took a little bit of a beating, but that's okay. This is freaking amazing. So right now we're gonna go check out the visitor center. So let's go. And they're open. So right now I'm in the museum, and this is a picture of Fort Bowie back in 1874. Really big complex, but now if you look outside, there's nothing but ruins now. And right now I'm just looking around to see what they have here. Look at this. The Chiricahua Apache. Centered in Apache Pass, this nomadic tribe lived in dome-shaped Willcox, made up of bear grass laid upon a willow frame. This matriarchal society, centering upon a wife's extended family, women owned and controlled dwellings and most of its content. So that's what it would look like. And very old cradle board, almost similar to how Navajos have the cradle board. Their corn pollen. And their buckskin case right there. Their burden basket. War club. Water jar. Their buckskin pouch and war cap. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, and their bow and arrows. And what caught my eye also were these paintings, or not paintings, these pictures here. Right here it says, MR.RYAN war leader who aged of 75 led a legendary raid over 1,000 miles, fighting 12 skirmishes and capturing over 200 horses and mules. So this place is pretty cool. These pictures are really old too. Chiricahua Apache subchief known for his courage and outstanding leadership. Itijui, Chiricahua's wife, Itijui, and 2 of their children were among the prisoners that were brought to Fort Bowie in 1886 before taken to Florida and imprisoned. So back in the day, Fort Bowie was a POW camp for Native Americans. And from what I can tell so far, a lot of Chiricahuan Apaches and all the Apaches were prisoners of war back then. It says right there, prisoners of war, Apache women and children at Fort Bowie, 1885. And of course, prisoners of war Geronimo and Nachi at Fort Bowie following their surrender at Skeleton Canyon in September 1886. Everyone's favorite, Geronimo. Look at all this too. Prisoners of war, Apache prisoners en route to Fort Pickens and Fort MR.RYAN for imprisonment. The Apaches endured 27 years of incarceration in Florida, Alabama, and then later Oklahoma. So just like World War II, they were transported in train freights and taken to POW camps across the United States back in the day. And of course, prisoners of war, Apache prisoners brought to Fort Bowie following their surrender at Skeleton Canyon. And if we have time, we're going to go and check out the Monument Surrender of Geronimo, which is across Chiricahua National Park, almost near Mexico. If we have time, we're going to go check that out. But I thought I'd check out Fort Bowie before heading out to Chiricahua. So let's go. Okay, before I head out, of course, I stamped it, Fort Bowie National Historic Site, and I got the sticker too, but I'm going to put it on later. And of course, I left a little note here. It says, Mr. Ryan, YouTuber, was here 10/11/22, 11:56 a.m. Yo, another adventure done, more to see. So let's go ahead and close this back up. And this is in the register, so this is show I was here. So let's go check out this park a little bit more, or this site. Wow, I like the clouds in the background too. But this is a picture of what it used to look like back in the day. Got all the structures, and the mountains are still there too. And it says Fort Bowie, 1894. Let's go check it out. See if we can find some plaques too. I didn't see any plaques coming in, but let's go check it out. Cannon fire. Bombs away, bombs away. And I stumbled upon my first plaque. Second, Fort Bowie. 2 years after the 1872 peace agreement with Conchis, the great Apache chief, died, several hundred Chiricahuas were relocated on the San Carlos Indian Reservation. However, Geronimo and over 100 of his followers escaped the route to begin a 10-year period of raiding, pillaging on both sides of the border. During this time, Fort Bowie was a hub for military operations against the hostile Chiricahuas. Arduous, quote-unquote, search and destroy missions onto Mexico by regular troops and specifically recruited Apache scouts finally wore down the Geronimo band. The Chiricahuas' last surrender in September 1886 signaled the end of nation's Indian wars. Fort Bowie, onto its final leisurely 8 years of existence. Cottonwood trees planted in 1885 flourished and kerosene street lamps lit pathways between frame buildings. A tennis court graced officers' row. There were flushing toilets and ice machines. The men attended dance plays. The men attended flourishing dances, played baseball, hunted, and held training maneuvers. Fort life was more relaxed. That sound was bothering me. Don't know what the heck that is, but it sounds crazy. Okay, so that was my little miniature trip to Fort Bowie National Historic Site. It takes time to get here, but I just wanted to come by and see it. I can tell no one hasn't been here in a while because the paths are overgrown, and I wanted to explore out a little bit more, but there's a lot of snakes out and I didn't want to step on a snake. Can't afford to get a snake bite at this time because there's so much to see and explore. So if you're ever down here, make sure to take a 2x4, or not 2x4, 4x4, talking about planks and wood. Make sure you take a truck or an SUV. Me, I took a car. I took my time getting here because it's like a bunch of rocks here. But yeah, come check out Fort Bowie Natural Historic Site if you have time. It's a small national park, but it's okay. Now, time to head out to my next destination. Let's go. And I have made it to Chiricahua National Monument. Woo! Pretty awesome, and man, it's really nice out. So I guess we're going to be heading into the mountains. So let's go, everyone. Let's go.
Sky, I'm happy to fly away. Up north where the lakes are crystal clear, they're happy to fly away. Birds in the sky are just like you and me, baby.
All right, we made it to the Chiricahua Visitor Center. Man, it's really nice. It's like hidden in the woods and the mountains too. So we're gonna go check it out, get our stamp book, and if a movie's showing, we're gonna go check it out because we got here a little late, but we're still gonna check it out. So let's go. Whoa, look at those rocks. It looks like a castle. Pretty cool, man. To think I've seen these in pictures, but I've never seen it in person. Pretty awesome rock formation. All right, we're here at our first plaque. And it says, millions of years ago, the volcanic bedrock here was uplifted to form the Chiricahua Mountains. As the mountains gradually rose, rock layers were tilted slightly to the west. The force in these joints caused layers to shatter, creating deep vertical cracks called joints. So I'll say, there's the joints. And since that time, water has been penetrating the cracks, dissolving minerals and washing away softer portions of the rock. Expansion and contractions due to temperature changes and the wedges of ice and plant roots and cracks contribute to the breakdown of the rocks. The weathering and soft layers leave the harder layers to stand out in relief, producing formations of unusual shapes. See, that's what it was talking about. So when it rains, it starts to crack where the weaker points within the rock are. And right here, erosion will continue as long as there are rain, ice, wind, plants, and temperature changes. As today's rock formation weathers away, others will be exposed to take their place. As rocks weather and erode, joints widen and cavities form along zones of weakened unusual columns, quote-unquote totem poles, that balance rocks result from continuing erosion. The formations are made up of rhyolite, a dense fine-grained rock of volcanic origin. So, over time, it starts to stay in place. And even to this day, it's still eroding. So that's how you're able to get all these weird structures, and we're gonna go check it out. And of course, a little quote. Thousands of naturally sculpted rocks line the walls of these canyons. So we're gonna go check them out. Let's go. Like I said, I've only seen these in pictures, and even I can't believe it. Look at those rocks. They look like totem poles, and they're pretty cool. So let's see if we can go in a little closer and get a closer look. Whoa, let's go check out the stairway. But be careful when you're walking here. Parkour, parkour, parkour. Hey. Let's check out these stairs. Stairway to heaven. Hey, that's all cool. When I was looking at pictures of this thing, I was wondering, what the heck is this thing? And so there's like little grooves in this metal bar right here. And each one of these metal bars represent different points throughout the park. So the one it's pointing at right now, it's called Sugarloaf Peak. And this is actually lined up with what's on that hill right there. And there's like a little tiny house or like a little structure up there. And when I pointed it to this one, it's actually pointing at those rocks right there, like the exact tip of where those rocks are. So I'm like, man, this is pretty cool. And there's like different variations of, there's like different points throughout the whole area here on where these grooves are pointed exactly. So I was like, man, that's pretty cool. All right, we're on our second half. We just came from Mossy Point, and now the park ranger said to check out Mossy Point first if you've never been here before. And the second thing to do is check out Echo Canyon Trail. We're going to do the whole loop around. And the park ranger also said to do the reversal of it because you'll have shade and it's pretty awesome if you do it that way. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go into the unknown. The pathway I'm taking right now, it feels weird, but it feels like there's a troll guarding the pathway. Oh man, my mind wanders a lot. Yee. One small step for mankind. Man, I like the coloring of the rock. And this is a famous grotto, so we're gonna go take a look. Whoa. And this area is famous because people like to take a lot of selfies here. Dang, imagine if that rock fell. Be like Indiana Jones. Pretty cool though. And this is all the grottos. Oh, someone's coming. You know, one thing I've noticed since I was walking, there's a line that goes straight all the way down there and it even goes through some of the rocks. So one of these days, this whole thing will break off and become one of those columns you see over there. Pretty cool though. From what the plaque was telling us, this is what it was talking about. You see how over time the rock starts to eat away because of the water, the wind, and the climate. So eventually this rock will fall, but it's still being in the process of getting eaten away by the elements. Oh, here's another section of the whole cave. Oh, I can feel that breeze coming through. Oh, it's really cool. Let's go check the other side. Nothing much. Let's continue on. And this is a part where Mr. Ryan goes missing in a national park and is never seen again. Yee. Man, this was worth the climb down. Look at all those rock formations. And when I was climbing down to, I guess there's a stream down there. I wanted to go a little further down, but I guess the trail doesn't go down that far. So now that I made it to the bottom, time to make my way back up. Let's go. See, as you can hear it, there's a stream down there somewhere. I guess it was another path leading downward. I'm like, no way, I'm good. The sun's almost gone, and I started a little late, but this place is pretty awesome. Definitely got to come back. But in the meantime, gotta make my way back up there before the sun goes down. Yee! Before all the creatures come out. I don't want to get mauled by a rabbit. Let's go. Almost forgot. Nothing. What about this? Dang, you can hear everything here though. Let me give this a try one more time. All I got is small birds, no crows, no ravens, no nothing. All right, let's go. You know what? I think I'm the last one on this trail because I have not seen anyone for about 30 to 45 minutes now. So yeah, I think I'm the last one on this trail. So gotta make it back before it gets dark. Almost back though, almost back. You can do it, Mr. Ryan. And here is another famous hiking trail, Sugarloaf Mountain Trail. And it goes all the way up there. But we will save this for another time for our return to Chiricahua National Park. In the meantime, let's go. And I happened upon this plaque before I was about to head out. And it says, Chiricahua Mountain Wilderness. Wilderness is where the earth and its communities of life are untrampled by man, and where man himself is only a visitor who does not remain. The Wilderness Act, 1964. Evergreens hunched against the wind, the haunting laugh of a canyon wren. A canopy of blue sky over the burning desert. This wilderness, a place that offers a superior kind of pleasure where nature remains untarnished and undepleted. Blah, blah. In 1976, the United States Congress designated 9,440 acres of Chiricahua National Monument as Class 1 pristine wilderness. According to the law, designated wilderness is protected from human development which altered the land, such as roads, buildings, utility lines, and mines. Much of the land visible from here is designated wilderness. Chiricahua Wilderness can be healing balm for attention of the world. I could not agree more. I've been going through a lot, and this is exactly what I needed. The rock sculpted by time prove fuel for imagination and solitude for meditation. Yes, Chiricahua, you pulled me here, and this is exactly what I needed. Here, visitors are free to enjoy the land in ways that will leave it unimpaired for the enjoyment of future generations. That was me, and I looked at seeing all of this. See how cool it is? It's a little crappy on my phone, but if you guys were here in person, you would be blown away by the majesty of these rocks, and me climbing down all those rocks down into way down there somewhere. Man, it was awesome. Can't wait to come back though. Yo, what is up? It is the next day, and yesterday's adventure was awesome. Exactly what I needed. I feel refreshed, I feel confident, I feel ready to take on the world again. So, I'm going to show you guys my haul and what I bought yesterday. And of course, I'm going to show you the finished product of my puzzle I've been working on for like 2 days. 500 piece, nothing too bad. It's pretty cool how it turned out, so I'm going to show you guys what I got. Alright, first things first, let me show you my travel stamp. So for each national park, not all of them, some of them have it, but the ones I went to, they had the travel stamps. So let me show you guys the travel stamps. And the travel stamps are exactly what they are. And I write down the names of all the places I've been to and the date. So, for example, I went to Bandelier and on 7/17/2020, and I write down like a little message for it. So there's the stamp for Bandelier. And the two places I went to Fort Bowie, and that stamp's right there. It's pretty cool. It's like a stagecoach, and you can see the mountains in the background, and you can see the fort in the background, so that's pretty cool. Went there yesterday. And of course, I went to Chiricahua National Monument. You can see the rock formations, and it even says Chiricahua. It's pretty cool. So that was my stamp right there. I didn't write a message on there. I'm still thinking about what to write for the messages on that one. And next thing is my stamps for both Chiricahua and Fort Bowie. And first thing was my stamp for Chiricahua. I was there yesterday, and I did purchase the regional stamp, and this stamp's a little different than the other stamp from the little booklet I had. See, it fits in nice and perfectly in here, and it says 2004 Western Regional Stamp for Chiricahua. And of course for Fort Bowie here, National Historic Park. Was there yesterday also. Really tough to get here. At least I went in the wrong way apparently, but still I got there. I went into like the rough terrain side. Even though there is another entrance from Chiricahua. When you're heading to Chiricahua, there's like a road that says to Fort Bowie, and there's like a giant sign that says Fort Bowie National Historic Site, and that's what I was supposed to record, but I didn't see it from the other end I went in from. And yeah, here's my Fort Bowie National Historic stamp and 2012 regional stamp. Most of the time they sell the stamps at the store, the park store, and this is what it looks like. See, and then it has like different passport stamps on the different places. Pretty cool. So yeah, they sell that at the store. And let me show you guys the result of my scrapbook I've been working on lately. And here's an update of my scrapbook. Montezuma Well, Montezuma Castle, and Tisogi. And they each individual sticker of each one places. Montezuma Castle, Montezuma Well, Tisogi, Tumakakori, its stamp, Casa Grande Ruins, its stamp. I kind of messed up on it the first time I got started with it, but it's okay. I can't take it off now, but live and learn. Tonto National Monument, its regional stamp, and of course, I went here yesterday, Chiricahua, and I thought its regional stamp was pretty good. The balanced rock, pretty awesome. And the Gateway Arch, its sticker, and of course I went to the top of here, and it's my tram ticket. Don't look at my feet. The tram ticket here, so that was pretty cool. And Wadasha Battlefield and its sticker. I thought it was pretty cool. First time I seen this sticker were like where it was in landscape mode. Oh shoot, I think I skipped one. Nope. Alright, the petroglyphs and the petroglyphs of Albuquerque. The Chaco Culture Historic Park. This is really big and cool. If you haven't, go check out my last vlog of Chaco Culture Natural Historic Park and my park entrance pass. That's when I was there. And I didn't glue it on, I just put tape on there so I can flip it up. and then I can still see the sticker of it, which is pretty cool. And of course, Sunset Crater, Walnut Canyon, and Wapiki. I haven't been to Sunset Crater or Wapiki, but I don't know when I'll be back, but I just wanted to go ahead and get these out of the way, so then that way at a later time I can go ahead and check these out. But I have been to Walnut Canyon, so go check it out if you haven't already. And also, I did get one for Fort Bowie too, but they unfortunately don't have like its own unique sticker, so I'm probably gonna have to look on Etsy or eBay or something for my sticker for Fort Bowie. Then I'll start up a new page right here, or I'll probably put it adjacent to its park counterpart, so I don't know. But anyways, that's my little update for my scrapbook. And let me show you my puzzle on what I got done with it. Okay, so this is my puzzle. I started it 2 days ago. I would have been done with it yesterday, but of course I went out exploring. Classic horror movie, houses and haunts. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And the house of Annabelle and the Conjuring. You see that tree and the noose right there. And the house from Silence of the Lambs, where Buffalo Bill was taking people. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the classic one, you know, where Sally runs through the door and she's like, ah! And then she breaks through the window and she runs through the front, and Leatherface breaks through the front door. Is pretty cool. Yeah, it's really awesome. Oh yeah, and this is the house of Freddy Krueger. Yeah. And of course, this is the house in the movie The Ring. Not The Ring, The Grudge. And of course, the well from the movie The Ring. And Bates Motel, you know, the hotel itself and the house where Norman Bates was living. And some of these I can't remember though. Children of the Cornfield. Oh yeah, Camp Crystal Lake, and then you got Jason right there, and the little cabin he was growing up in. Annie Wilkes from Misery, pretty awesome. You can even see the little sledgehammer she uses to hobble the author. I forgot his name, but it's pretty awesome. And of course, the overlook with the hotel and the two twins and red rum, pretty awesome. And the house in the movie It with Pennywise in there. Yeah. But yep, that is an update of my puzzle I completed in 2 days. 500 pieces. Pretty awesome. Oh yeah, one more thing. The snacks I bought too. So whenever I go exploring, I always buy snacks, so then that way I don't have to stop at every freaking gas station and waste a lot of money and time. Because when it comes to exploring and traveling, time is of the essence. So first thing is I bought this at Walmart, Pedialyte. Pretty awesome. I like this brand because I like the flavor of it, berry frost. So this is for adults and kids, whichever. So they come in these little packets right here. And you can put it in some water, shake it up, and then you got yourself some Pedialyte. So then that way I don't get too dehydrated. Right here. I recently found out about these pure organic fruit layer bars. They're pretty awesome too. So when I'm hiking, I take maybe one or two of them because my mouth gets like a little cotton mouth, and I need something sweet to balance it out. So I eat one of these. They're pretty cool. They look kind of funny, like when you bite into them, or when you open the package, they look a little funny. But they're really good. They come in like 3 different flavors, but so far, I like my strawberry lemonade, I think that's what it was. So yeah, there's that one. And just like the organic fruit layer bars, if I want something kind of solid, I always get like something like dried fruits. So that I bought the this time around I bought the dried mangoes, and they're sweetened too, so it has like a weird texture to it, but it still tastes like mangoes too. And finally, I got this right here. I only had, I bought 2 boxes, and there's always like 6 in here. And this is what I bought. It's actually pretty good. I actually went through the other box like crazy. And this is a peanut butter, dark chocolate flavored. So when I'm driving, I get snacks for the road, and while I'm hiking, I snack on them also. They're pretty awesome. It's like a perfect layer of not too much chocolate, just enough for me to eat. And it has like a really nice layer of peanut butter, so it complements each other really good. So that was my haul, my snack haul, the haul I bought while I was down there, and a little update of my scrapbook. But I think that's all that I need to cover. But don't forget to click the like button, comment, share, and subscribe if you have not already. I would appreciate it. And go check out my other videos, my other lives. I not only do travel vlogs, I also like to do cooking lives, and overall I just like to share my interests with everyone out there. But if you're new to my channel, welcome. I really appreciate you for checking out my videos, subscribing. In the meantime, I'm out.
How can I dream if I am never awake?
Welcome back to another freaking vlog. Huh, that doesn't sound right. I gotta redo the intro. And as you can see here, we got ourselves wild cows. And someone's looking at me. What are you looking at? Get out of here. Go on. Yeah, better keep walking. Keep walking. And I stood up for my own territory. Never let a cow push you around. If you guys watch Lord of the Rings, this really reminds me of Lord of the Rings right here. You know, in Return of the King, where they light the beacons, like they set the fire to all those pillars. That looks like one of the beacons right there. The beacons are lit. The beacons are lit. See right there? It's like a little shack up there. And that one is called Sugar Point, if I remember correctly. So now we're just hiking along. And here's my attempt at calling Bigfoot. Attempt 1. Nothing. Maybe at the next national park I'll give it a try again. But that was my attempt 1. There's a creature here in the park. I forgot what the name of it was. And it looks like a mix between a raccoon and a meerkat. At first, when I seen the picture, I was like, no way those things are real. It looks like something the park people made up. And it turns out they're real. They actually have pictures of some. And I was hoping to see one at least. So far today, I've seen a turkey vulture, I've seen a cow, and now I just seen a deer. Now there's something you don't see every day. Look at that sunset. It's like red. Look at that. That's crazy. Pretty cool